want from me, with me, please. And I go show you what I want from you, with you to love.
Always shower before you come on stage.
Yeah, man. Charlie, the whole thing was a vibe, you know.
No,
the
it's
energy
great.
and things.
No, you know what? I think the first thing I like is the acoustic and how the performance in a place like this is, because it's not like a place that has been treated a certain way, but then the response you get from the acoustics of the place is amazing, and the way basically you and your crew mic'd, Patrice and his crew mic'd the whole system, and how the fallback sounded like, it was just amazing. It was so intimate, even though you can see people there, but it was extra intimate because I wouldn't have expected a car wash to have the sound. And the whole organization of the system with the families being there, and you can see this enjoying the music, and they didn't come there for a show, they came to just enjoy the music. For me, that's the special thing about this tonight.
As Kwame said, like a different kind of scenario as we used to, like the concert hall, and we are actually adjusted our way of playing also to the space, because you kind of feel the, say, vibrations.
Yeah.
So we just played it very
It's nice.
calm, and that was very
That's
enjoyable
Yeah.
to just adjust to the situation and play in a different way that you normally play.
Yeah.
So that one, I enjoyed it.
It was really a great vibe, man. The whole energy was present. Ja was present also. Yeah,
man.
Nice vibe.
But I mean, also, it didn't feel like it was a performance, but it was more interpreting music.
Probably was never a question for you, no?
No, I mean, in my own case, I think it was already as a child. I just like love every song when I hear on the radio, see people on the street, like older people, some traditional people, party, traditional drumming and dancing. I always knew it. There was something interesting about it, and went to the church and see all this drumming. It was the chance to explore all you know you wanted to do as a child. So it was quite good.
For me, music was in my house, and I was always going to be a musician. My dad was a musician, my grandfather was a musician, and yeah, I grew up in the music house, in the band house, we called it, in Ghana, where it was just music, and that's all. So I think for me, it was kind of written in the stars. I was going to be a musician, but it changed from what I was going to be. I was going to be a musician in Ghana, like my father was, but it became something else. I ended up playing the Carwash.
You've made it.
Yes.
Yeah, for me it was a bit different because I didn't grow up in a musical environment. So it was a choice, kind of. I don't know, it came through listening to music in the beginning. I think music is like always, like I remember when I was like teenager, I was listening to music all the time. And it's just a slow process and to pick up an instrument. And yeah, when I started to really focus more on music was when digging into hip-hop music. That was kind of my first approach. And then I got into, through hip-hop, actually reverse to kind of jazz and soul. Ghanaian music in particular, I wasn't familiar with when I was younger. That came later. I think the first thing I ever heard was some kind of tape. Maybe, I forgot the name of it. Some African Airways or something like this. Or some vintage kind of release or something. And I just blew my mind. Yeah, it came just organic interests over time. Meeting the people and
Eating the food.
eating their food. me, it's nature, 100%. Just being out of the city in somewhere where you feel that there's something bigger than just all the things in the head of the people and beyond just thoughts, you know? Because all those, what you say, lost has a lot to do with thoughts and stuff that comes from society. If you go out and just in nature and just absorbs things without actual words that approach you, you know, I feel that gives me a lot to settle in. Like, I don't know how it's for you guys.
For me, it's a sound. And there's a particular sound that when I hear, it draws me to either that position or makes me want to think or makes me want to put me in a certain place of consciousness. Sound. And it could be just the wind blowing, it could make a sound, but sound has its way of bringing me, and that I connect with. And in a bigger scope, I'll say sound, but still from each, everything I hear from everywhere else is coming from back home, from the culture. It comes in from there. I mean, everything I've heard from everywhere else is always come from there. And that's what I can say. And that's what helps me to understand music as well. Because every music I hear from anywhere, I can find that cultural aspect of my music in that music.
And for me, I like a lot of harmonies. Because, you know, when I'm alone, I like to listen to like opera music. For some reason, that just put me in a different vibe and energy to like calm. So when I like hear harmonies, I can like really, you know, connect really quickly because it goes into this nice direction that I
But they are sending me dates already. He sent me dates already.
like. Of course, yeah.
This is clearly a beginning of
For sure, man.
Yeah. The beginning, the real beginning.
Of the 2026 already.
I'm surprised of what they've done as well with themselves and how you can see them as well, because they came from this place of them two meeting together and then bringing the music, and then they managed to put themselves in a place where everyone almost knows them. That's a good thing.
Yeah, it was a process. Like,
It was a long one.
it's organic.
You kept the
And
link.
it's
Yes.
also a lot of hustle, to be honest. You know
Yeah,
how
that's
it
true.
is.